everyone, welcome back to another episode of SipNReview. My name is Chantel, and today I will be doing a recap on Tyler Perry's Sistas, Season 3, Episode 3. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you're notified whenever I post a new video. Give this video a like by hitting a thumbs up. Share this video and comment down below, and please check out my website at SipNReview.com. You may also follow me at Instagram. The link to my Instagram is on my About page, as well as the link to my other platforms. Let's get started. So the episode opened up where we picked off when Zach was asked to retrieve the passenger's luggage from the airplane. So Zach came back with her laptop that she left on the airplane, and he had his hand out for a tip, and the woman gave him a stock tip instead. She handed him a card with some information, and she told him that the stock was going to be worth a lot of money. So Zach was like, "You're kidding, right?" And she told him that he needs to go invest in it and don't tell anyone or she'll go to jail. And she even told Zach to meet her at her house because Zach still had more questions. So I don't know, she might be scamming, who knows? That's the same impression that Zach got, and I got that same impression as well. So Danny asked Zach who was the lady he was talking to, because Danny was thinking that Zach was flirting with her. Moving on, back at the bank, Maurice knocked on Sabrina's door. She didn't want to open the door for Maurice because, she's still upset with him about the Calvin situation. Maurice was actually knocking on Sabrina's door to tell her about the Calvin situation with his account, because his friends did steal the money out of Calvin's account by stealing his checks. So he told Sabrina, "Since you don't want to open the door, just read the email that I sent to you." Jacoby was trying to get into Sabrina's office as well. Sabrina just was not in the mood. She was not having it today because, she was pissed about her own situation, her little love triangle that she have going on between Jacoby and Calvin, because she can't decide which one to be with. So Jacoby forced his way into Sabrina's office, and he apologized to her for their booty call. Jacoby told her that he needed help with something in account, and I believe that he just did that purposely so that he could sit in the office with her. First of all, Sabrina had no business with having sex with her co-worker. Come on now, she is his boss. Meanwhile, Gary called Andy's office. He asked Fatima to go with Andy to her photo shoot. Fatima don't like Gary either. She hung up the phone on him before he could even finish his sentence. Andy asked Fatima to call the police for her to file an incident report. Andy told Fatima about a photo shoot that Gary set up for her. And Fatima said that she don't trust Gary. Fatima asked Andy if she could go with her to the photo shoot because she used to be a stylist. Andy told Fatima that she didn't believe half of the things on her resume. She got jokes. Moving on. Way to go, genius. Calvin finally decided to come to the bank to see what Maurice was talking about. Calvin tried to withdraw money from his account, but his account was overdrawn. Sabrina refused to reverse Calvin's fraudulent transactions without a police report. Sabrina said that she had to follow protocol. Calvin told Sabrina that he bet she would sign it if it was for Jacoby. If I were Calvin, look, I would close my account and I'll open up an account with another bank. Also, she wanted him to follow police report, which we all know that all he had to do was call the bank and file a fraud claim through his bank for the fraudulent transactions. Shaking my head. Calvin grabbed Jacoby because they finally met up again, and Calvin was feeling some type of way about what happened in Sabrina's apartment, and Calvin called himself trying to fight with Jacoby, and Jacoby punched Calvin in the face and knocked his ass out cold, okay? Sabrina got upset and she suspended Jacoby because he knocked Calvin out. And while Calvin was lying on the floor, Sabrina was trying to wake him up. He did not budge. Then Jacoby yelled at Maurice, and Maurice told Jacoby that he's not that girl, so don't be streaming at him. LOL. Sabrina needs to get her love life in order, seriously. After Calvin finally woke up from his temporary coma, Sabrina decided to reverse the payments on Calvin's account. Okay, Calvin, run up out of there. Okay, I know you can't run right now because you're still a little lightheaded, but you need to get your butt up out of there. Don't say nothing else because he wanted to sit there and argue with the woman. Get what she gave you and get up out of there before you make the situation worse. Shaking my head. Moving on. Zach came to Fatima's job to talk to her because she's not answering his phone calls. As we can see, Zach is missing Fatima. He told her that he felt something for her. I know you did. You know you never miss your water until your well runs dry. Zach told Fatima that she made him feel like he could rise up and meet her at her worth, because Karen made him feel worthless. Now y'all know when Fatima was talking to Andy, Andy told her that she liked Zach, but not for Karen. But not for Karen because she thought that she could do better than Zach. So she was telling Fatima that Zach was no good in so many words, but also she was telling her that if she wanted to be with him, it was fine to be with him as well. But he just couldn't be with her friend. So we get back to Maurice. Maurice told Calvin that it's time for him to move on from Sabrina. And I agree, because it's just not working out. So we get to the photo shoot. And just like I suspected, it's actually bridal shoots. Okay, so they were taking bridal photos. Andy was in a wedding dress. And Andy's 3 best friends showed up to her photo shoot because Gary told them to come as well. Fatima was already there. So he asked all of them women to model his dresses, and he would pay them all $500 each. Danny said, "Show me to my dress right now. LOL. Danny said, "Look, bitches, don't be messing with my money." Fatima tried to talk to Karen about Zach, and Karen told her, "Not today." Exactly, girl. Today is not the day. Because Karen is still pissed with you. And we know how Karen can hold a grudge. Now, Zach, he met with the woman from the airport that gave him the stock tip. Who's this woman? Though I'm trying to find out who is she, because she invited Zach back to her hotel room. I said I don't trust her. She asked Zach if he wanted a drink. Zach took a drink from her. First he declined, but I still would have said no thank you. She told Zach that she was 53 years old. And at that point, I was like, oh, he better be careful. Now, I'm not saying it because of her age, because all she have to do is say that he came to our hotel and did her something. They would lock his black ass up and throw away the key. So that was not the case. She told Zach that she's getting a divorce from her husband and he's been buying stock for years. She said her husband's name was Senator Leslie Whitmill. Now we're getting to the real reason why she chose Zach. She told Zach that she wanted him to put $50,000 of her own money into the stock, and she wanted him to give her the return from the stock slowly by putting the money into money orders and for Zach to give the money to her. At this point, I'm like, run, okay? Fatima just got you out of jail and you already have a criminal record. Zach should have wiped his fingerprints off everything and took the glass that he drank out of with him when he left her hotel room too. LOL. Because Zach was like, oh no, I'm not about to go back to jail. All this sounds like a scam. All right, Zach, using his brain. Moving on. So we get back to the photo shoot. Gary set this shit up, okay? The women are wearing bridesmaid dresses, so you want us to think that you just had their bridesmaid gowns there, and everyone's gowns fit perfect. So he had to have gotten their dress size information from Andy, because they even had a dress for Fatima as well. And he showed up dressed up in his suit as well. He wasn't taking a photo shoot. He was dressed to marry her. I told y'all that Gary was setting up her wedding on my previous recap. And he also had a real minister there to marry her right now. So the episode ended right after Gary asked Andy would she marry him, and Karen was like, Andy, I need to speak to you right now. So guys, that is the end of my recap on Tyler Perry's Sistas. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell to be notified whenever I post a new video. Also check out my website at SipNReview.com and listen to my Sip and Review podcast. And you all have a blessed day. Bye now.